This person says, so you think when George Floyd, the criminal, passed away, period, it's okay for people to burn down a city, exclamation point instead of a question mark, and a police precinct, question mark? Oh, yeah, and our dipshit governor let it happen. He's in Minnesota. So let's break this down. When George Floyd passed away, I thought that the protests that happened were warranted because of police brutality, but the riots that some of those protests turn into is exactly not how you handle things. And I'm on record over and over and over again in multiple videos on this app, as well as in posts on other social media apps, in saying that every single person that protested should have been locked up. Every single fucking person that looted and burned and protested should be locked up. So, no, I'm actually on record as saying that that's not okay. And while a police precinct did burn, there wasn't a single city that burned the way you guys make it out, right? It was burned down a city. Not one happened. Not one city burned down. There were fires in some cities, absolutely. Not one fucking city burned down. We've been over this 10,000 times. And the part that I love the most is that you blame your dipshit governor for letting it happen, while Trump praised how Tim Walz responded to the George Floyd protests.
I know Governor Walz is on the phone, and we spoke, and I fully agree with the way he handled it the last couple of days. I asked him to do that, and the whole world was laughing. 3 days later, I spoke to the governor. The governor's, I think, on the call, and he's an excellent guy. You've got a big National Guard out there that's ready to come in and fight like hell. I tell you, the best, what they did in Minneapolis was incredible. They went in and dominated, and it happened immediately. Tim is on the phone now. Tim Walz. Again, I was very happy with the last couple of days, Tim. You called up big numbers, and the big numbers knocked them out so fast it was like bowling pins.
Our city is grieving and in pain. And I would just say, as far as the potential, the peaceful protesters who are expressing an outrage that is real. They witnessed 8 minutes of a man dying in front of them. At that point in time, I did something unprecedented. I mobilized the entire Minnesota National Guard. And that's what the president was alluding to, with the size of the force was capable. But I think, again, Mr. President, you asked on explaining this. I would just say it's going to be very difficult. There are bad actors in this, but there is such a legitimate anger. Our real dilemma here is the transition back is to the catalyst that sparked this across the country, and that was what happened with the Minneapolis Police Department. So what we did is a lot of this, what you saw yesterday, was engaging civic leaders and the peaceful protests. And I would just close with, I think the guidance is you got to get a handle on it with that force. That is absolutely correct. And then the transition in the next phase is trying to get those spaces for the peaceful protest. And on that, these are two things that we have to look at of how do we get reforms.
You call him the idiot governor that let it happen? Donald Trump calls him a hell of a guy that did a great job.